Hi there. Lots of love to all my dear students. Today I am going to answer a very peculiar problem of the students who are preparing for the different competitive examinations, IIT-JEE, NEET, AIMS, various regional colleges. And the problem area is any student who is in 11th and 12th and is going to the school regularly, and apart from the school, he is having his or her coaching also. So many a time student ask me, sir, how to cope up with the school and the coaching at the same time. We have tests in the schools, we have unit tests, we have the periodic test, as well as in the coaching. We have to prepare for the very high level questions, and the coaching's exams are also there. So do one thing, we will take the problem one by one and will try to answer and try to find out the solutions for each of them and the practical solutions individually. Problem number 1. In coaching, a different chapter is running, and in the school, some different chapter of the same subject is going on. For example, in the chemistry, in the coaching, it's, let's say, chemical bonding or atomic structure is going on. And it will take a lengthier time because coaching is more focused on the advanced problems and the mains problems. But at the same time, in the school, organic is started, and they have started with the IUPAC nomenclature. Now, while the student is doing the coaching, he is doing his chemical bonding very perfectly, but he is lost in the IUPAC nomenclature. He is not able to cope up with the two parallel topics going on side by side. So first we will answer the reason for that. What is the reason behind that? Because there are some schools who follow the same NCERT syllabi, and there are some schools who take first physical, then organic, then inorganic. Now we have to find the solution area. The main solution for that, divide the chapter which are running separately in the school and in the coaching. For the school, you need to prepare up only for the NCERT level. Am I right? So while in the school, if the IUPAC nomenclature is going on, we have to just focus on the NCERT books and the NCERT exemplar. If we can devote a minimum of 1 and 1.5 hours daily to this NCERT topic, which is running in the school, you can easily able to sail through. But where then problem lies? Anybody can do this, right? Problem is the pre-mindset of the student. In the school, we do not able to understand anything. Is it true? No, it's not true. There are many students in our country who do not have that much of money to invest in coaching. They are studying only in the schools. But the main part is they are focused. They have no choice. They know in the school itself, they have to read the books and complete the syllabus in time. Whereas a child who is dependent on the coaching is totally dependent on coaching. He thinks the school is a waste of time, but that's not the truth. If you focus on each and every lecture in the school, make the notes, ask your doubts then and there with the school teacher, I sincerely hope that 85% of this problem area will be resolved automatically. Whereas for the coachings, do not go in detail, make short notes for the coaching so that you can complete your coaching chapter individually in a very short time. So for example, if it's chemical bonding, make short notes of chemical bonding so that whenever you have a time for the self-study, you can revise it in a minimum time because time is precious, right? Anyway, I hope you will give more attention to the NCERT and NCERT exemplar for doing those topics in the schools which are not going right now in the coaching. Clear? First thing. Now coming to the second point. Whenever we have any test in the school or in the coaching, we are never prepared. Many students say, sir, we have done a lot of hard work, we are studying day and night, but whenever there's a school test or the coaching test, we feel we are never prepared and our marks never justify our hard work. Is the same thing happening with you? Tell me. Think and tell me. Yes? Then what's the main reason? We are studying, right? Reason is lack of focus. You lose focus. Sometimes you keep on filling the practical books of your school. Sometimes you are studying only of the coaching material, no NCRT or the school work. And when the test comes, you panic. In the test, 3 chapters from chemistry, 3 from physics, 3 from maths are coming. Since you haven't made a timetable from the earlier, now you have to pay the price. You are totally getting lost. How to cover up within 3 days or 2 days? And of course, that's not possible. Because when we study, it's a journey. It's a journey. It's not a flight that within 1 day you prepare all the 9 topics, 3 in chemistry, 3 in maths, 3 in physics, and appear for your examination. So the trick is that whenever you have a test, any test coming back, first you have to make a timetable from the very start. And in case, even after doing this, you miss that and you panic and you have only 2 days left, solution. Write down the chapters which are coming. And for the each chapter, before going through one page, which will take a lot of time, you do 30 to 40 solved problems of that particular chapters individually. Why solve, sir? How will we learn? You have revised that topic once in a while, right? So if you do 30 to 40 solved problems, your whole topic will be covered, I think 30 minutes, 25 minutes, because solved problems you don't have to solve. And those 30 to 40 problems will give you a complete picture of your whole chapter. And this way you will be more confident, you will take less time, and your focus will be much, much stronger. Try that just for once. 30 to 40 solved problems before appearing for any test of each chapter. It will give you a very good result, right? Now, coming to the third point. We have done everything, but still we are not able to cope up with the speed and the syllabi of the coaching. The speed is too fast. Let us say to school, 5 chapters are finished in, let's say, 1 week or 2 weeks, whereas 1 chapter is being finished in 3 weeks in the coachings. So what to do? How can we do all the 4 or 5 chapters? Very true. Very true. I accept it. What's the solution? There is no motivational lecture as such, right? The solution has to be very practical. And the main reason again lies in too many distractions of yours. While you are studying, whether in the school or in the coaching, you feel yourself, whenever you come back home and you have a lot of time and you feel, I have time, I will do it later. Now this do it later tendency or do it later attitude always makes you far behind than others. You have to start up early. I'll give you an example. Suppose there is a marathon, right? And there are 9 candidates. And all the 9 candidates have to start at the 1 gunshot. And the gunshot is there. Now the 7 candidates ran at first, but 2 candidates panicked and they started late. Now, who do you think have a more chances of winning the race? Those 7 candidates who are doing very good in the school as well as in the coachings, or those 2 candidates who have started late? So never start late. If you start late, you will panic. You will never able to match up the speed, and you will be completing your backlog ever and ever and ever. Whole 11th and whole 12th. All right, don't do this. Practical solution is start early, make your timetable. Now, the fourth and the last crucial, which I think the problem area is, sir, is still after doing all these things which you have told me, is still my doubts will always remain. Always there is some doubt or the other in one chapter or the other, in the physics, in the chemistry, in the math, in the biology, anything. Now, what's the solution for that? Now, I can use some strict word for you. The reason, are you yourself for that also? Why, sir? I am studying. Yes, you are studying, but you are lazy. Why lazy? Because while studying, if I am getting 5 doubts, right? And I am asking those 5 doubts after 4 days, do you think is it worthwhile? If you are studying today, you have 5 doubts. Why can't you ask the next day immediately, either to your school teacher or your coaching teacher? And with the technology era, you can WhatsApp those queries immediately. But what do you think? Oh, next time I'll go coaching after 2 days. Then I will ask. And 85% of you always forgets. And that's very human nature. Don't do this mistake. If you are studying right now, you have doubts, mark it out, take a screenshot, send it to your WhatsApp teacher or the WhatsApp group or anywhere, but take out time. And lastly, no distractions, in your preparation for the competition. Distractions, you are searching something online, and again, you don't know how 1 hour has been passed in the Facebook, in the WhatsApp. If you're searching, something in the online, in the Google, and you're half an hour, 45 minutes easily wasted. You will never know that. Last advice. How many hours you have got? Make a timetable. 24 hours. So let's do the quick maths. Let's suppose out of that 24 hours, 5 hours for the school time, 5 hours for the coaching, right? How many? 10 hours. I'll give you 8 hours for perfect sleep, genuine sleep. How much? 10 plus 8, 18. I'll give you 3 hours for your routine work, eating, playing, morning routines. 3 hours I'm giving. How much it is now? 18 plus 3, 21. You are still left with the 3 hours for your self-study. You can devote 1 hours for the revision, which you have done in the school and the coaching at the same day itself. Now ask yourselves, how many of your students do this? How many of you actually complete your daily routine in the night itself before sleeping? You never do that. And your backlog keep on appearing. Am I right? And if you, the day in which you don't have a coaching, so in spite of that 3 hours of self-study, 3 plus 5 hours of coaching, you got 8 hours of self-study. And you think any student who is, really doing a quality study for 8 hours cannot crack any competitive examination? I can never believe it. My students have done it. Believe me. They have cracked IIT-JEE, NEET examination, and any student who is a topper, in all these competitive examinations, rarely 0.1% have ever failed the CBSE because the syllabi is same. It is your reason of justifying that you can't able to cope up. My dear students, please don't do this. Follow these practical things which I've told you, and you will see the change within 3 weeks if you follow my timetable and schedule and the things which I've told you. All right, we'll meet again, and I need the changes in you. Done then. Thank you. Bye.